the Enforcement Directorate. They have conducted a raid in Senthil Balaji's house, his office in the Secretariat and all his places. Like many of his aides have been raided and now he has been arrested. He has complained of chest pain and has been admitted in the hospital, and there are much talks going about whether he'll get bail or not, how he'll be arrested, what is the next step forward, and how DMK is going to handle this. So all these talks are going on right now. And in this video, we are going to talk a little bit about that and also a little bit about how ED is being used as a weapon. I'm Ramasamy Jayaprakash, this is Youturn. Tamil Nadu's Minister for Electricity, Excise and Prohibition, Senthil Balaji. He has been raided by the ED and he was under arrest. And during the arrest, he complained of chest pain and he is currently admitted to the hospital. And there are many reports going on that he might be needing bypass surgery, and there are three different blocks that need this bypass surgery. And how this is going to play out, we have to wait and see. And also, they have moved for a bail petition. DMK and Senthil Balaji's side have moved for a bail petition, which the ED is opposing. They are not ready to let go of it quite easily. So all this is going on, but how this happened, how the situation came about. All this came about because Senthil Balaji was allegedly involved in a scam in which he took a bribe. The bribe was allegedly taken for jobs being provided in the transport ministry, which he was the minister during the ADMK regime. Before DMK, he was in ADMK, where he was the transport minister. There, this alleged corruption happened, alleged bribe taking happened, and he was accused, interestingly, by the DMK's chief, current DMK chief, MK Stalin. He also accused of Senthil Balaji in the past. And after these accusations were made, and after some years have passed, Senthil Balaji came out of the ADMK and he had joined DMK and became a minister from DMK. That case was put in back burner for some time as the people who complained about Senthil Balaji taking a bribe, they withdrew the complaint saying that Senthil Balaji and his side has given us the money back, so we are not going to press charges anymore. After this, they tried to withdraw the complaint from the court, and even the court allowed it. The Madras High Court allowed it initially. And they put the stay order on the investigation done by the ED since the initial complaint has been withdrawn. But this was appealed in the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said this is not right, this investigation can go on. Even though the people have withdrawn the complaint, this is still not right, the investigation should go on. So the ED is now continuing with their investigation, and this is what is going on right now. For this particular case that happened during the ADMK regime in 2014, this investigation is going on right now, and he has been put under arrest. And there are many criticisms that are made. There are many point of views that keep coming in. One particular question keeps coming up again and again. That is, why did the current DMK chief, MK Stalin, the chief minister of Tamil Nadu, why did he allowed V. Senthil Balaji to join the party when he himself complained against him, when he himself alleged that he was indulged in corruption? When he made those claims, how can he allow those parties to come in? So this particular question, this particular criticism is being kept even by the supporters of some sections of the supporters of DMK or the alliance parties or those in favor of the DMK. Even some people from these sections make this criticism against the DMK. In addition to the criticism made by the ADMK and the BJP and all other opposition parties of the DMK, which attack viciously against DMK for this particular issue. Some are even saying that DMK has shot itself in the foot by admitting Senthil Balaji inside the party, because this was a ticking time bomb which was waiting to explode at any time, and it has exploded now, and it has really exploded on the face of the DMK. So some have this point of view. We'll have to wait and see how DMK handles this, and they have to face the music because it was them who put themselves in this particular situation. So we'll have to wait and see how all this plays out and how DMK is handling it. But let's come to the second aspect of it, the most important aspect of it. Why does many political leaders from different parties spread throughout India, why are they voicing out for this particular arrest? Why are they questioning the ED, and why are they criticizing ED for this particular action? Because that's how the BJP is using the ED. There is a criticism, a long-standing criticism, that is the ED, CBI, IT and all other central agencies are being used by the BJP as a political tool or a weapon. So this particular raid is also seen as a political move, political maneuver by the BJP. This criticism is valid because of the past incidents where BJP used this ED and how it favored the BJP. Let's see some examples. 4 MPs from Telugu Desam party joined the BJP. Two of them, CM Ramesh and YS Chowdhury, they had ED cases against them and they joined the BJP along with two other MPs. This is not an isolated incident. Another person named Sanjeev Patil, he joins the BJP from Congress. After joining, he says that now the ED won't come against me. They won't chase me now because I've joined BJP. He said this. And another person named Harshavardhan Patil, he also joined BJP from Congress. He said that I can sleep peacefully now. I'm sleeping peacefully nowadays because I've joined the BJP. The investigation agencies won't come behind me. This is a recurring theme. Himanta Biswa Sarma, he is the current Chief Minister for Assam representing the BJP. He was in Congress before. He had CBI cases against him and he joined the BJP and now he is being made as the Chief Minister of Assam. And we don't know how or what is the condition of the ED cases put against him. And Suvendu Adhikari from Trinamool Congress, he joined BJP and now he has become the leader of opposition in West Bengal Assembly representing the BJP. He joined BJP because there was an ED case against him, and after he joined, he is being given a big post and we don't know what the status of the ED cases. And there are many more like that from the Trinamool Congress party. Most important is Mukul Rai and Mithun Chakrabarti. They also joined BJP from Trinamool Congress following ED cases against them. And there is another person named Narayan Rane. He was in Congress and then Shiva Sena. He started his own party and there was ED case against him. He also joined BJP. And Manish Sisodia, he was the Education Minister of Delhi from Aam Aadmi Party. He is currently in jail now. And very famously, he said that the BJP came to him and tried to negotiate a deal with them. They said like, join BJP. If you join BJP, all the cases will be dropped. And this was an allegation made by him. And this should not be taken lightly because there is a perfect example of this particular issue happening in the past. There was a forgery case against Jyotiraditya Scindia, the current Civil Aviation Minister, Union Minister for Civil Aviation. He was in the Congress in Madhya Pradesh and there was a forgery case against him. And he joined the BJP and became a minister later on, but he joined the BJP and the case against him was dropped. So many people have joined the BJP and after joining their cases are either dropped or they are in a position where they will never see the light of the day. And if you look at the statistics from the ED, what they are doing, this picture becomes very, very clear. There are nearly 6,000 cases filed by the ED. And out of this, only 25 have reached the court and a judgment has been received in that cases. Only 24 has resulted in conviction. Using this particular number, 24 cases got convicted from 25. So we have 96% strike rate, 96% conviction rate. The ED and the union government is claiming like that. But when you compare this with the overall cases filed by the ED, which is nearly around 6,000, it is not even 0.5%. That much is the strike rate of the ED, and it is being reported that there is a 27 times jump in the number of ED cases filed during the BJP regime. Ever since BJP came to power, there is a 27-fold increase in the number of cases filed by the ED. But the conviction rate is very, very meager, very, very minute. But the cases keeps coming on and the raids keep happening and the property attachments resulting from these cases also keeps piling up. But the conviction is just 24 from all the 6,000 odd cases. And if a property that is not earned or that is not bought by illegal means or money from illegal sources, if that property is attached by the ED, there is a scope for appealing to the appellate authority and getting it released. But that appellate authority was not filled. It was kept vacant for around 3 years. And the Supreme Court had to intervene and ask why this is being kept vacant. So a politician can be technically made economically irrelevant or economically completely weakened by the ED by attaching all his properties following an ED case. So this is the problem with ED. They have sweeping powers to economically cripple a person, and the criticism or the complaint now is that the ED is being used as a political weapon by the BJP, and every time an opposition party or every time they get a chance to crush the opposition parties or anybody who question or fall in line with them. There are many laws that give the power to the ED, and some of the most important ones are the Prevention of Corruption Act, Foreign Exchange Management Act, and most important one is Prevention of Money Laundering Act. This act, when it was passed in 2002 by the BJP, even when it was first enacted, that time itself it was a pretty strict and very rigorous law, like very strict law, stringent law. This was further toughened by the Congress in 2009 and 2012, and after BJP came to power in 2014, around 2018-2019 mark, they made it more amendments to the law, Prevention of Money Laundering Act, and they made more amendments to it and made even more tougher. So what does this Prevention of Money Laundering Act and ED when combined together can do? In a normal police case, if you are under arrest or if you are under investigation, there is a responsibility for the police to give you the FIR copy. If you are called to the police station, they have to tell you whether you are called in as an accused or a witness, and they have to tell why they are calling you and why they are investigating you. But in an ED case, they don't have to give an FIR. Many times people go in blindly without even knowing what they are accused of and what they are going to be charged. After a person is arrested, there is a 60 days window for the ED to file the charge sheet. Only when the charge sheet is filed, they will know what they are being accused of. Even the lawyers of the arrested party will know what they are being accused of. And while you are under arrest, while you are in the investigation after being arrested, if you say something in a normal police investigation, this cannot be used against you. For example, the police get a confession out of you through some means or the other. Using some means, the police gets a confession saying that you committed particular crime. This is inadmissible in court if you contest it, and if you say this was forced, that won't be admissible in court. But in an ED case, whatever you say can be used against you. So there is scope for using torture or some means, some threatening means to get a confession out of a person. This is very important because this issue also has been raised in Chhattisgarh. Even in Chhattisgarh, the chief minister and many of his associates or many of his secretaries, government employees working with the Chhattisgarh government, many have been arrested, and there are complaints of torture in Chhattisgarh by the officials of the ED and other central agencies. So this should not be taken lightly. This particular point should not be taken lightly. Another important problem with the ED and some of the central agencies is that there is a lack of transparency. We don't know what is going on. That is the complaint that is usually kept. Like, what action is being taken, what is going on, how do we get updates from the ED, all that is not clear because many of the information that we need are not easily accessible through either through person or through even the ED website. So there is a criticism that there is lack of transparency. And even the head of the ED, Sanjay Kumar Mishra, he was given extension after extension after his initial tenure had been over. He was supposed to retire, but even after his retirement, he has been given extension after extension, and he has been currently serving as the head of the ED even now. Only after the Supreme Court stepped in and asked, why are you relying on this one particular person? Is there no other competent authority or officer who can fill this particular role? Why do you keep giving extensions after extensions? If you give, it should be for a short amount of time, and it should not be done like this. So only after Supreme Court came and said this, now the union government has said that there won't be any further extension. Even the head of the ED was kept as the same person who was comfortable to the union government. So this is also another important point to note. So if we sum up, what picture do we get? We get that the ED by itself is very strict, and it has more sweeping powers even compared to the police or other agencies. So ED is something very strict, and it is being used again and again by the union government. Many have not seen the court, or many have not reached the end of it by getting a judgment, but still many cases are being filed by the union government. Ever since BJP has come to power, there is a 27-fold rise in the number of cases filed by the ED. And the third aspect of it is, many people who have faced ED cases have joined the BJP. So when you see all this together, there is a clear picture, there is a clear pattern that is arising, which many of the opposition parties are raising. The problem is the overall nature of how the ED is being operated. And this should not be taken like this particular party or even the Arvind Kejriwal has condemned Senthil Balaji's arrest and he is supporting Senthil Balaji. This should not be taken in that way. This is a condemnation of how the ED is being used. Maybe DMK is backing or defending Senthil Balaji because they have obvious reasons that they have to do. But many of the opposition parties from different states, they are condemning ED because of this one underlying question. Is the central government agency ED or other agencies included CBI, IT, other agencies included? Are they used to fight corruption, or are they are being used to end the opposition? That is the underlying reason why this is being criticized. We leave the issue of Senthil Balaji to be handled by the DMK and the ADMK also, because he was the minister from ADMK when this alleged corruption took place. So we leave this particular issue to the DMK and the ADMK to be answered. But what is your opinion about the general functioning of the ED and how BJP is using this particular tool, ED, as a weapon? Do you think that it is being used as a weapon, or do you think BJP is fighting the corruption genuinely, given all the other issues we addressed in this particular video? Please share your opinions in the comment section below. Thank you.